Right, so what is the point of low resolution and why it is preferred? Well, if you've been playing games like I do since you're 7 or 9, I have no idea, and you're older than 25, I think you would probably know that games with excess, in my opinion, GPU, graphical processor unit requirements are basically, well, too much. So you have a 20-year-old first-person shooter, polished, added things like weapon design, gear, uh, don't call it technology, and then we'll put on sale for like $50, $60, whatever, and then well, some like mid-income child wants to get that, and then well, family has to work, whatever. It's history of ages supposed. It's like, well, so well, where does it come from? It's like, what is the point that is in interest of this game developer? So well, it's like regardless of supposed hardware advancement, which is debatable. Well, people are still playing pixelated games. People are still playing story-based games compared to this. Get points, get power-ups, and then well, smash everything. Well, why do you speak about that? Well, I think it's because, well, due to this point. Well, so we all know that human perception is single point based. So we have this screen-like perception, and then we tend to focus on each point, right, at a time. So, this means that our perception is not limited. However, this is how our perception is designed. This also means that, things that are not in your perceptive field, as in thing that you tend to point, are none of your business. And you can see this, so how can I tell it? So it's basically this. So there is screen resolution, right? If you try to ever increase screen resolution, well, there are like, did you consider there were some options like 800 to 600? Don't say multiplied by, because it's not. Also, so there are like 1080 to 1024, which is an entirely different dimension on its own. And then finally, accepted one is 1090, 1900, which one? To 1080 or something. So, well, in my opinion, most graphic advancement, so-called, are based on those resolution. Because, well, not all can define dimension in terms of how human mind can perceive what it sees. Well, not on screen, to be honest. Well, that's another point of research or search entirely. So it goes like this. So, on screen you see one, right? Single line top to bottom. And then below that you see a square, right? Yes. And then, well, that's your 1 pixel, right? So frame, as in, well, it's square, does not, that does have its limits, right? It's limited. So when you add more of these, and this is for your information, 1 pixel. Yes. When you add more pixels, supposed, what does it do? According to what computer tells us, or what our processed information output is telling us, that resolution or pixel count is increased. Well, there's no such thing for me, you, or whoever is looking at the screen. What we see is shades, or what can we see of these supposed added pixel, not multiple. So multiplicity in terms of human perception is disregarded entirely. That is a theory. However, there is your proof. And then, well, you're not speaking with a geometry professor, so this is what I can tell. So, and then added pixels come underneath according to our, well, eye structure, right? These 3 that you see on, well, first layer as in 0 to 1, yeah, as in base to 1, are what you can perceive. Normally there are much more. And then, well, on second layer, there are much more. It's like triangle. So there's triangular increase in terms of number of pixels, in my opinion. If there is not, it cannot be spherical because, well, screen by definition are basically not round, right? And then, well, on third layer you see this multiplicity of pixels. And then, well, why does this well, constant GPU update, as in like pay $50 for GPU update? Well, next month pay $200 for GPU update. Well, next year I want $2,000 for your next graphics card, and then I'm going to sell it to you because, well, make your newborn baby happy. No such thing, right? No such thing. So what I'm saying is that actually what we can perceive is basically this, like, 1000 pixels to somewhere around 800 pixels at most. This is what can we perceive. However, what is being sold is this shades, like added color, added shininess, added color differences. It's like, well, 1 in 0.00005% more RGB setting different pixels. That viewing capability is being added now. In terms of Pokemon, so what did it do great is this. So what I'm playing at in terms of new Pokemon game is basically I'm playing Generation 1 game painted with ink, and then that ink is being transferred into this down layer, and then I'm perceiving it thanks to advancement in technology in 3D. However, base mechanism is probably Generation 6 in terms of visual design, in terms of graphic output, right? So this is very important in my opinion. And then, well, if you want, you will have your work or vacation coffee subject or debate subject.